Everybody good?
Okay, so we'll get started here in just a minute. Prosecuting Attorney Eric Eisinger here on the left, Sheriff Mike Clark in the middle, and Detective Sergeant Horacio Gonzalez is on the right. You guys have that information there on the documents that I provided to you. And Sheriff, I'll turn it over to you.
Perfect. Appreciate you guys coming. We're just going to read a brief statement here and then provide the opportunity for some question and answer. Hopefully the statement will kind of clarify and provide answers to some of the questions that you guys have reached out with. And so we'll just go ahead and get started with that. Good morning. I'm Sheriff Clark, and I'm here today to provide preliminary information regarding a tragic incident that occurred Saturday, November 15th at approximately 5:30 p.m. near the intersection of Rothrock and Evans Road in Benton County, just north of Prosser. The Benton County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit is currently leading an active and thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding this event. The individuals involved have been identified as 40-year-old Jose Luis Barrera Carrasco and 39-year-old Annie Rubicala Barrera. These two individuals are known to be in a domestic relationship. Our investigation indicates that both individuals were operating their own respective vehicles when the collision occurred at the previously mentioned location. After the collision occurred, Miss Rubicalba Barrera sustained injuries consistent with a shooting. Tragically, as a result of this incident, we are currently classifying this case as a homicide with a subsequent suicide. We can confirm that a 6-year-old child was present in Miss Rubicalba Barrera's vehicle at the time of the collision. We're also able to report that the child was not physically harmed during this incident. Notifications to immediate family members of the individuals involved have been made. Witnesses to the incident have been identified in interviews as part of the initial response. The Benton County Sheriff's Office is working in close cooperation with Benton County's Prosecutor's Office as well as the Coroner's Office as we move forward. This remains a complex investigation with many interviews still to be conducted and significant forensic data yet to be collected and analyzed. The investigation will continue in the days and weeks to come to ensure and gather all necessary information. This is a deeply tragic event that impacts many individuals, families, and our community as a whole. Our investigators are committed to gathering all the facts to help provide clarity and closure for all of those that are affected. We also want to express our sincere gratitude to the Prosser Police Department, fire and medical teams that responded quickly to the scene to safely address the immediate aftermath of this incident. Their professionalism and the great work by those assisting our agency and the initial Benton County Sheriff's Office deputies that responded are a testament to our community's strong emergency response network. We ask for the community's patience and respect the privacy of the families involved during this difficult time as the investigation continues. If there are further updates to be provided, we will release those, but at this time I don't anticipate anything further being released. Most of what we are going to find as they work through their investigation is going to be some of the why and some of the details into things, and given the situation at hand here and out of respect for those survivors and the family members, we're probably not going to dive into detail with the public for those things. So if you guys have any questions, we'll take those now, and also understand that we will probably be fairly limited on what we release because it's still an ongoing investigation and respect to the family and the survivors involved. If you want to touch on that one.
Yes, it was.
Can you share more?
No.
Was there only that one child present?
At the scene there, yes.
And that child was not whited out?
No.
Was there any other signs prior to this event that maybe could have flagged family or law enforcement of previous domestic violence in the relationship?
So those are some of the things that they're working through with interviews of family members, as well as data and things like that that they're going to come up with. At this point, we won't comment on any of those, but those are kind of things that they're looking into as to what led to this incident taking place.
What time do you guys have a time from when everything that happened?
It was right around 5:30 p.m. on Saturday when that occurred.
Was there a protective order in place?
No, it was not.
Given that this is a domestic violence issue, did either of these two individuals have a history with authorities at all, or police record or whatnot?
That'd be part of our investigation, like Sheriff Clark say. We are working in those current details right now.
Can you guys confirm that the husband shot the wife and then shot himself?
The husband appeared to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound at the end of this.
can you confirm what the relationship was of the 6-year-old child that was involved with you? Was the child a child of the deceased or
Yes.
family member?
That was their daughter.
You refer to a domestic relationship and just refer to it in the sense that they were married.
That part, we're still kind of working on it. I know they were in a domestic relationship. They've been together for a long time.
Is there any sort of message you would like to give to anyone who's in a domestic violence relationship right now, since there is a peak, according to the Benton Domestic Violence Services here, that cases rise in the holiday season and the summer, so since we're in the peak right now, is there any message for anyone that's going to do something like this?
So the important thing is there's a lot of resources out there. There's a lot of help out there. We understand that sometimes it's difficult to bring awareness to those situations. It's difficult to take those first steps. But if you or anybody that you know is suffering from one of these relationships, please reach out. There's resources there. There's resources available. And taking that initial step is very important because it may prevent ultimately something like this happening, obviously.
Now they did have children together, and now obviously they are left without parents. Is there any resources that you guys are trying to provide as it's coming to the holiday season and these kids don't have parents?
So I know that the community has started a couple different things. There's other resources that are available through Help for Victims, through state stuff, state programs. And the children are with family. There's some family that's local, and so they're being cared for in that capacity as well.
Were these two natives of Benton County? Were they part of the Yakima County? Where is their current living status?
That'll be part of our investigation, but they live in the area of Prosser. That's where they live. So we're going to dig out in those details more.
So in a situation where the person who caused this act of violence is now dead himself, what comes next? How is there kind of like a resolution for this?
So our job here is to investigate what occurred and make sure that what we believe happened is what happened. They're able to gather, like I said, some of the whys as to what occurred, what happened, maybe what led up to it. That may help provide a little bit of closure or at least a little bit of insight to the family members. But again, in a situation like this, it's mostly for closure for the family or resolution as best as we can provide to the family to help them understand what occurred here, what led to this. Just like you said, when the suspect is deceased, there's really nothing for the prosecutor in this circumstance. There's no way for the justice system to hold that person accountable. Their actions led to this, and unfortunately for everybody, there's a lot of unknowns, and in some of these circumstances, we'll never know the answers to those, because if it's not in an interview or in data that we're able to pull from somewhere else, we just don't know. And the more spontaneous the event is, the less likely that we're able to paint a picture of what led up to this.
Now for the child that witnessed everything, is there any sort of like local resources that's going to be provided with him so he doesn't struggle mentally, like SARC maybe or anything like that?
We are working on that as we speak. We're going to meet with the child today, and those resources are going to be available through his office and our office. So we plan ahead, trying to. That's difficult to kind of navigate. Not only the child, but the other siblings that were involved in that. So we got that in mind. So that. Go ahead, Eric.
Just to follow up on that, so my victim witness supervisor will be in touch with the sheriff's office. We are going to be working with the sheriff's office regarding connecting the surviving 6-year-old with services in the community. Obviously, what happened here is incredibly tragic. And so we want to make sure that we are able to provide that level of support. Obviously, there's a lot of support that's come forward from the community, which we really appreciate. I wanted to follow up on one thing that Sheriff Clark said just a moment ago, which you asked the question about what should somebody do if they're in a domestic violence situation. I think one of the biggest challenges is whether people can see that they're in fact in a domestic violence relationship. And the message I hope goes out to the community is if you think you might be in in a domestic violence relationship, please talk to someone. Get some input from someone, because it's very difficult to understand how your own situation, your own relationship may or may not be working appropriately. So get some help, reach out and start talking.
When do you have, a couple of questions?
Have the causes of death been established by autopsy?
Not yet, we are scheduled to do that probably tomorrow.
For both of them?
Yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
And will that be here in
Yes.
Benton County? Okay.
All right, thanks, everybody, appreciate that.
Sheriff, thank you. Appreciate the invite. Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys so much for your time.